Yo, what's good, family? Shout out to your man, the YB #1 mafiosi, Romanian mafiosi, boss man in the game right now. Maxing out your man, the YB donations, 100%. Carlin, true general, salute, 100%. So, we got some true Pikachu news for your man's Anthony Lossua. Teddy Atlas. Listen, I can't lie to you. Yeah? Mr. Anthony Lossua ain't got no one to blame but himself. It now appears, ever since the Tyson Fury offer came in, it's apparent everyone feels they can take a go on Mr. Lossua. Yeah? Teddy Atlas has been there posting up. Yeah? Ready? Listen, Teddy Atlas said, I'm up next. I've got next. 100%. Listen, he heard Tyson Fury wanted to go on Anthony Lossua. Now, Teddy Atlas heard that and said, listen, boom, I've got next. And punked him. Yeah? Wicked him down. Teddy Atlas feels Anthony Lossua has been an overrated guy. Oh my god. Yeah? What have I been saying? And what gets me is a lot of goobers, a lot of AJ Man fans say things like, oh, YB, who are you? And oops, Teddy Atlas, who for kind of casuals is the authority on boxing. He's saying it now. I told you, Anthony Lossua is the peak version. He's the final form of Fraudly Harrison. Yeah, Fraudly Harrison, he laid the blueprint. Yeah, he punked the BBC for like 6 or 10 mil. Punked them. Yeah, robbed the bank. And AJ and Eddie Hearn sat back and thought, boom, they're going to take what Fraudly Harrison did to the moon. Yeah, and they have to salute their game. Their hustle was A1. I've never seen people hustle, really, for the quality he has delivered. Really, when you look at his resume, he's had one half decent fight. I wouldn't even consider it a great fight. I'd say that's a standard fight. When you go back and look at the 90s, yeah, AJ versus Vlad was a standard fight. I've seen dudes be down 3 or 4 times each. Do you know what I'm saying? It's standard innings. It's only in New Age boxing. It's only since Floyd Mayweather really came along and glorified not being put down, which really all that's done is made people's asses twitch. All Floyd Mayweather's done, yeah, is make the sport boring. Because now everyone's like, oh, I better just be conservative so I don't go down. That's the whole game now. The whole game is to make the fight as boring as possible. And then after 12 boring rounds, you can say, oh man, you know, I never went down and I'm undefeated. And you know, that's all it's done. The game's dead. Floyd was the most boring guy in the ring. Bored everyone to tears. And on top of that, he fought bums. Oops. Yeah. If you disagree, tell me when Floyd fought someone on his own caliber. Show me where you've seen Floyd fight an Errol Spence or a Terence Crawford. He was fighting Bertos and Guerreros. Do you know what I mean? Dead guys. They're dead guys. Floyd Mayweather's career, he was the sea-level slayer. He was slaying random ass dudes. No good. Go on. Call me a liar. What Hall of Famer have you... In the last 10 years of Floyd Mayweather's career, what Hall of Famer he fight? Okay, Miguel Cotto. I'm sorry, for me, Miguel Cotto, he a B-level guy. He ain't the A-level. He ain't that Spence and Crawford kind of level. He just ain't. Oops. Yeah, that's one of them ones. He ain't that guy. Yeah, Floyd sat back and waited, and even the A-level guys that did exist, he waited till they 38 years old, like a Mosley. That's what he did. Or De La Hoya, he waited till he 50-year-old. And even then, old ass washed up De La Hoya beat him anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones. And that's the thing. People suck Floyd off here. But at the end of the day, old washed up De La Hoya whooped him. Yeah, for all that skill. Oh, YB, Floyd got so much skill. If Floyd got so much skill, and even if you think the fight was close, even if you think that Floyd won, if he won, it was close as you like. So if Floyd's that good, yeah, why is old ass washed up De La Hoya giving him all he can handle? Yeah, the bubble's pricked. It's fake news. And to be quite frank, it was after the De La Hoya fight, Floyd realised his level and he thought, shit, I better not be... Yeah, he realised. And it was from that point, he started being a lot more strategic. He ducked the rematch clause. Oh, I'm retired. He ran off into retirement to invalidate the rematch clause, and then once it passed, he came back to fight Mini Marquez. Do you know what I'm saying? The guy's a weirdo. Yeah? He talked like he that top A-level guy, and then he fought a lot of kind of manufactured guys, like Ricky Hatton. Like, let's call a spade. What do you think? Ricky Hatton wouldn't do anything. With all due respect, yeah, Ricky Hatton wouldn't do anything with the top 5 guys. You know what I mean? He just wouldn't. Spence would wash him. Crawford would wash him. Who else we got? I think Conor Benn. I'm not going to be lied to you. I think Conor Benn and Ricky Hatton would be a barn burner, and that's my point. Do you get what I'm saying? That kind of level, and that's what Floyd built his career on, beating a lot of C and B level guys. Anyway, I've digressed, but let's get back to Mr. Anthony Lossua. Yeah, because Tedley had to go on him quick. Here we go. Atlas is not overly impressed with Lossua's list of opponents. On the other hand, there is no dispute from Atlas that Lossua is a box office superstar. I ain't trying to hear about where's the peak bars, man. This was advertised as some peak bars about. That's another thing as well. Whilst we're on a topic, yeah, I'm sick of hearing about that. A lot of Anthony Lossua fans, yeah, they're so desperate because their man's has no substance anymore. Oh, but YB, he making million. I don't give a fuck. What was it the other day? How was it? I was watching some goober YouTuber who was basically selling scammy crypto and NFT bollocks, yeah, and basically he scammed a load of his fans, yeah, and then afterwards he was on some podcast explaining it, and he went, yeah, well, I made the bag, and all these, I think it was Logan Paul's podcast, and they all started giggling. Proper like weird people are weird, man. So what? Because you made the bag, then whatever happens is okay. That is, you're a goober, how about that? Yeah? Just because you get the bag, it don't justify whatever you do. Do you understand? And that's why you got these mans, that's why you got a lot of these sports stars being flown out to the UAE. Yeah? Because you best believe, there ain't no one in my set who can be flown out to the UAE. We ain't on them ones there. AJ's team, they be flying out, they stay flying out. Yeah, and AJ come back, and all you AJ Lossua fans, oh, but YB, he got the bag. YB, who cares if some next prince to dump on his chest? Yeah, oh, but YB, what? So you know what I mean? so, listen, it's 2022, each to their own. I'm just telling you how it go with the YB. Yeah, we ain't on them things there. We ain't on them pagan things. Guess what? Anthony Lossua, he out there doing God knows what with God knows who, and it's one of them ones. Messi got it. Look at Messi. And afterwards, all you weirdos, oh, but YB, he got the bag. Yeah, YB, his, you know what I mean? Yeah, YB, his mouth be stinking, you know what I mean? Yeah. My man got some next Korma dump. Big facts. Some next Korma don, give him the Korma one, right on his chest, big warm Korma one, 100%. But he got the bag, listen, he got the bag, yeah? I'm sick of hearing about got the bag. I'm sick of hearing about box office star. I don't care what you sell. Do you know what I'm saying? You could sell 1 trillion pay-per-views. If you ain't got no bollocks, I ain't interested. Can we get to that point again? Yeah? Can we get back? That's another thing I blame Floyd for. Floyd was boring. Yeah, Floyd took no risk. And with his boring, no risk having our style, he had to think of a way to market it. He couldn't market it based on, you know what, you're going to see me give my all out there. He couldn't market it on, I'm going to come in there and finish someone. So the way he spun it around was, oh man, you know, I got some monies and I got a car and I got a Maybach, and some people call it what was it? Floyd go, oh, you know, some people say it's Maybach and some people say it's my back. And the guy's just a weirdo, man. The guy's a weirdo. Oh, you know, I've got different designer shoes and I can't even pronounce the names. The man's a weirdo, man. If you're 50 years old, yeah, and you're still talking about the clothes you wear, it's a wrap for you. That's how I feel. Yeah? Listen, when you're 18, 19, 20, even if you're 25, Yeah, talk about the belt you got on. Talk about the shoes you're wearing. But fucking hell, at 50-year-old, you're still talking. YB, but maybe it's because you ain't got no night. It's dead. I ain't got no. Listen, if you want to wear Gucci, man, wear Gucci. But to sit there and make out, it's not a big thing. Do you understand? It's really not a big thing. Yeah? People, the way these weird celebrity cats carrying on, you'd think that they was trying to, what's the word? They think they're trying to, like, make up for something. I think it's because they ain't got no soul in their chest, innit? So they're always trying to chase material things. And listen, I ain't one of them ones. I'm not telling you not to have nice material things. I'm just saying, have it and just have it, innit? Floyd out here, Maybach and Maybach, and the guy's a weirdo, man. Anyway, back to this thing. Box office star is a box office bum loser, is what he is. That's what the facts say. I'm telling you now, yeah, I don't care what no one says. If I was selling pay-per-views, yeah, and I go out there and end up going out sad, and end up getting my head boxed off by a man half my size, I'm going to feel full of shame. I ain't going to be trying to be hearing about box office star. I'm looking to give refunds. You sold a product. We were sold a World Unified Heavyweight Championship. That's not what we received. I've seen dudes at the British level dig in deeper than we saw AJ dig in. That's a fact twice as well. No shame. With respect, fans in the UK, oh my god, this guy's going in hard. With respect, fans in the UK, oh, love a good loser, oh no. Teddy been locked into the YB channel, this guy going off. With respect, fans in the UK, love a good loser. What have I been telling you? I've been telling you this. Yeah, they love him. They love it. All you weirdo AJ fans. All you Anthony Lossua fans. But it's the pay. But YB, he sells the most pay-per-view. Honestly, I don't understand that. I don't understand how you can be a fan of a sport and talk about people's earnings. It's weird. Now, don't get me wrong. If we're talking about contract negotiations, that's different. But as far as the sport goes, okay, what do you make? It's about what you do. I've got more respect for people who get paid a lot less and turn up. Now, Eddie Hearn and all the weirdo Matchroom fans, it's about how much money, and there's a new narrative that's come along. At the end of the day, you got to feed your family. Do you know what I mean? No, you can feed your family and still have some bollocks. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't get that. Boxing's a dangerous sport, and listen, boxing's dangerous for everyone. Some people decide Luis Ortiz at 50 years old could have rolled over. Yeah? He chose not to. That must be worth something. It must be. But no one really want to talk about that. Everyone talking about, but AJ sells pay-per-views. I don't know who buying the pay-per-views. Lossua knocked out Charles Martin, who's not on anybody's list of great fighters to win the title. He's been an overrated guy. Wow. I can't say it any clearer or give you any better reason for it. Oh man, this guy Teddy, man. Why Teddy, man? How are you gonna do Mr. Lossua like this? This is bad, all the way bad. Who has he beat? I say it again. Oh, what? No, Teddy, you're going too in. I'm sorry, man. Listen. I've got some bars for AJ, man, but he don't deserve this. He don't deserve doubling down. Yeah? Who has he beat? I say it again. Who has he beat? He's lost and oh man. Nah, this is wrong. He's lost and he's lost by knockout. And he's lost to Mr. Blobby. Yeah? And he's lost to Mr. Half Pint. Alright. The last two to Usyk. He got hurt. He lost by decision. No, that's not true. That's cap. Cut the cap. He showed... No, where? Go on. Come here, look. Where did he show heart? If I'm wrong, just tell me the round. Tell me the minute. Yeah, big facts. Tell me where he showed heart. I didn't see no heart. I've seen heart before. I've seen Luis Ortiz get off the mat. And clearly Luis Ortiz doesn't have the best neurological competency. Clearly, it wasn't taking a lot to put him down. Yeah? And Ortiz got up 3 times at 50 years old and was the first man I've seen back Andy Ruiz up. And after the fight, Andy Ruiz was saying how careful we had to be of Luis Ortiz's power. Luis Ortiz got put down like 2 times in the first round or 2. And to go from that, if anyone, was going to be nervous at 50 years old, it should have been Luis Ortiz. Wow, I've been put down 2 times. I'm 50 years old, and instead, he didn't let that phase him, and he came storming Norman forward. That's what Ortiz did. Yeah, and I salute that guy, because, I mean, for a 50-year-old man, yeah, to be doing the things he's doing, it's wild. Really wild. And he actually ended up moshing Andy Ruiz in the last round as well. That's how you fight. And Luis Ortiz shows you how AJ was supposed to fight Andy Ruiz. He's not some... But the way AJ treated Andy Ruiz was like he was a demon. But if he's a demon, why is it Ortiz had no problem going in there and pressing him? Facts. And that's a 50-year-old man. AJ was the prime of his life. Prime guy. Yeah? Prime big buff guy. If Luis Ortiz can do it at 50 years old, don't tell me you can't do it. Instead, you shit your pants. Yeah? You showed no heart and you ran away from Mr. Blobby. That's what the history books will say. Yeah? The history, I'm telling you now, kids 50 years from now will look back and say, what the fuck was going on? This big buff guy running around from a dude, Mr. Blobby 2.0. But he got knocked out by Ruiz, who took the fight on last minute notice. Wow. I really believe that Lossua has always been overrated. But he can bring in big money. And that's what it's about, unfortunately. Again, I don't understand how. I don't know who buy it. Honestly, I don't understand who is still buying it. What for? I really do. And I have to admit myself, I think the human condition or the human nature is we see dudes who look really buff and it does something for us. I think that's what it must be, bottom line. We see a big buff dude and even though we know he ain't got no substance, even though we know that, we still think, wow, he's so buff. That's what it must be, people. It's not because he's done anything in the ring. He hasn't really provided any gratification in the ring for years. Yeah? When was the last time you can say, wow, man, AJ really put on a top A1 performance? It wasn't the Pulev fight. It wasn't the Ruiz fights. It wasn't the Usyk fight. That's 5 fights. Really? It's probably back to 2015, I'd say. So even the Povetkin fight, he was in there. You know, I mean, even the Povetkin fight, he was in there, and you could see he was trying to box his way to victory. It just so happened that Povetkin was old as you like. Bottom line. Who else we got? Povetkin. Takam was, I'd say Takam was a half decent performance. That was 2017, though. That was 5 years ago. Anyway, salute to Teddy. Yeah, Teddy airing this guy out, talking big facts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and your boy will be back 100%.